blew the timing. Did you see that? I messed it up. Hello, hello, hello. Are you hugging your bags with Lego?
Bricklink.
Oh, are you shipping or receiving?
I'm shipping. So
Do the viewers know where your Bricklink store is? Because I'm not sure I do.
it's been written right here like every single week for my entire life. Maybe
So-
without the underscore. I can't remember if the underscore is in there.
Well, that would make a difference then.
Yeah, there's no underscore.
I had somebody from the Netherlands order one minifig from my store 2 days ago, and I said, that's going to cost $24 to ship it to you. You probably want to cancel your order. And so far, I've heard nothing from him. So
I'm excited that this person, Old and Surly, is watching. I saw a notification that you had joined, and I'm like, Old and Surly, this is your spot. So, I love it. Welcome, sir. Fleetmark is in the chat. I'm not sure if he's joining us today. He was feeling a little under the weather, but I hope maybe he can make it. And our friend Dana is also not feeling super great. And our friend Meredith is not. So it's just three of us tonight. Maybe some other friends will join us here later. But I'm feeling a little FOMO because friends are in Virginia right now. And I did not go ahead and tell me about your crab hat, because we did not talk about your crab hat Monday. What is up with your hat?
well, it's related to the set. You want me to go ahead and feature the set?
Right. Sure, go ahead.
So the hat, the screen name, and the set are all related. So we've got the crab. This is a minor league baseball team. I think it's New Jersey, but I just really like the crab that has the baseball stitching on it. So I've had this for a while, and my screen name for today is Sea Monkey Kids. If you read comic books in the late 70s, early 80s, one of the constant advertisements that you would see in the comics was for things called sea monkeys, which were basically just shrimp. But they would sell them as sea monkeys. I never purchased the sea monkeys, but I did purchase the Monkey Kid Under the Sea set, which is called the East Palace.
Under the sea. Sorry.
Under the sea, and it has a underwater theme to it. And I was first started putting it together, and I thought, oh, it's made to look a lot like this part is part of an aquarium. So you've got the little fish swimming, and you've got like some coral and this green piece right here. Lots of little fish. And then I kept thinking, well, when are they going to put the sides or the walls of the aquarium on? And then I realized, oh, no, the whole thing is underwater. So it's not an aquarium. It's just underwater in general. And it has this really nice motion feature. So it parts, and you can see that there's a throne room up under here. And it has some absolutely, at least to my mind, delightful minifigs. So you get this guy.
He looks a little crabby.
He does look like
Crabulon. Oh, Mark needs those big time.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was exactly what I was thinking when I saw these the first time. Is Mark will need to make a like senior Crabulon, and then he has a companion here, which is Mr. Crustacean, I guess. Mr. Crustacean looks kind of surprised, maybe a little sad. I don't know, but you get two of the Mr. Krusties, and you get two of the crabs, which are both kind of awesome, as well as getting the Monkey Kid. Now, if you look really close, you may notice that I have some drop-in visitors that do not come with the set. So from the Namor set, we've got these people with the hammerhead costumes who are part of Namor's kingdom. And if we look up here, there's this monster figure that has these claw hands, and it can rotate, and the hands can open. And Namor came down to visit. He fell through. Oh no, he's trapped. And he got caught up in the claw. So it has this like cool smokestacky thing. It has this roof line. The one thing, so one of the things that's interesting to me about the set is they alternate the parts. So you get a regular slanty roof tile, and then you get the piece where it kind of curves, and they kind of alternate it so it gives it this texture or this pattern. I personally kind of think it would have looked better if they had just used the inverse curve piece consistently instead of using it. And then on the corners, they're using those, the sort of Japanese roof piece and attaching lots of gold detail elements.
Is that regular blue?
That's regular blue.
Okay.
Regular blue, yeah.
Interesting.
So let me rotate it. So on the back side, and it's set up, it has the kind of dollhouse design, so it's not finished in the back, but there's some cool little things. So there's like a painting here, and you get another kind of interesting looking minifig, and he's carrying a book.
Nice.
He's got a funny hat and a very aqua face.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Is that painting a watercolor?
It probably would have to be.
Sorry.
And then this upper room has a brick-built door, which you build the hinges with little pivots, and so you can look through it. Lots of stickers, as is the case with a lot of both Monkey Kid and Ninjago sets. Lots of stickers, adding little details here and there. Another thing that is unusual is that this set uses a lot of this kind of, I don't even know what to call it. It kind of looks like a flame piece.
It is.
It is. It's a fire piece.
Yeah, it's trans orange.
It's in gray, so I guess it's supposed to maybe look like a kind of molten lava kind of piece that's congealed. But to give it,
maybe.
or coral, yeah. And then over here, on this side, it uses
hold that camera a little more steady, buddy.
Sorry.
Sheesh.
You're getting
Make me
seasick.
see.
You're making Mark puke.
You gotta reach for some Dramamine. Over here, we got the new frond piece, and so quite a few of the new frond pieces are involved. Nice little stair steps that go up to a temple at the top. So I don't know. I like it. It's gonna go on the shelves. So opposite of what you typically see behind me is where I have my Ninjago City. So over there is Ninjago City. So it's going to go in that spot because it fits quite harmoniously. And then, of course, we have the sets, the other Monkey Kid set. So it fits in with that sort of, Asian motif. And then there's the new Chinese New Year garden set that also looks quite organic when played side by side. So this whole side of my Lego room is sort of becoming all Asian related type of sets. So that's the reason for the hat and the screen name Monkey Kids. And I've got another Monkey Kid set that will be added in, and that's the one with the Cloud Palace, and so that'll be built. Another set that I wrapped up in the last week or so was doing the Avatar glowy tree set. It's just one of those markdowns that happened during Prime Week. Here, there we go. I'll set it down. Who was it? Best Buy. Best Buy had it on sale, so I got it for like a third off. And I only built, so there's 3 components to the set. There's the tree, which it's got all the dangly, sparkly bits, and it's got the light aqua blue tendril parts. I like that part. And then you also get to build this watery sea creature thing, which has the vinyl attachments, and it's got these little tails. We have access to Avatar 2, and I watched it honestly almost just because I built the set, and I was like, well, maybe there's something interesting here. And the movie was incredibly forgettable. It's like, oh, it's Avatar, but now with children and water
and water, woo,
whales and Avatar. But I do kind of like the creature. If you've got a young person in your house who likes dragons, they might actually kind of like this. It kind of has a dragon-y feel to it. So that's kind of interesting. And then you've got the minifigs, which I'm putting up for sale. So if you want the blue people, you can go to my Bricklink store and buy them, because I don't really have a use for the blue people, to be honest. Whereas like most of the Monkey Kid, so this set here incorporates some of the Marvel Namor, and some of the Ninjago have underwater people. So I kind of like how the both Ninjago and Monkey Kid have some underwater elements that are going to fit together, and they should play nice. All right. So that's what I've been building the last couple of weeks. And the other thing I would say about this set, the Monkey Kid set, is that part of it is built at an angle, and when you go to attach the angled part to the part that's north, south, east, west, perfectly square, they use the little rounded 1x2 piece that's rounded on the end to swing over and lock it into place. And I would say, as I was putting it together, wow, that's really clever. You can tell, in my opinion, when you see an Ninjago set, or in this case, a Monkey Kid set, which is, both of these are intellectual properties that Lego owns, and so they don't have to rush something out because the movie's going to hit a market date. It always seems to me that the big Ninjago sets and the big Monkey Kid sets, that the designers just had more time. And they have the time to really work out the construction, the way the elements fit together, and it's just a better product. And so I'm a big fan of Ninjago's, all the Ninjago City elements, and I have 3 of the 4 built opposite of me right now. And you could just tell, in fact, if you build the original Ninjago City set, they actually show you in the instructions some of their early versions of what we're going to do. And then you can see with the final version, you can tell that the construction process went through iterations, and they tweaked it, and they improved it, and they pushed and pushed to get a set that is really fantastic. And I think you see the payoff when the designers that work for Lego have the time to really go through and just work out everything. Nothing kind of weird, or there aren't weird angles. That they just smooth it out, and it locks together, and it looks great when it gets done.
Do you think Monkey Kid is developed mainly for the Chinese market? You can't go now and even see them in a Lego store on the shelf, and that's unfortunate, because I really like the Monkey Kid line. We got most of the first line and some of the second during COVID and everything. And you're right, they are part dense and detailed dense. Do you think that is part of the marketing to the Chinese market, knowing that there's knockoffs, there's all this kind of stuff, that Lego was like, okay, we're going detail deep into this to make it maybe hard to be scalped, but also be to impress those in that Chinese market, foreign market?
It's quite possible. I mean, the other thing I'd say about that is that, when Lego doesn't have to pay the Marvel tax or the Star Wars tax, that means that the bean counters have a little bit more leeway to, hey, let's throw in some cool minifigs. Let's make some more new molds, or we can increase the the parts per penny, because they don't have to pay those licensing fees. So it could be some of both. It could be they're very aware of the imitator, the clone versions that are out there. I actually got kind of frustrated. So there was one Facebook group that was marked as an AFOL group, and about a week or 2 ago, this one person in 24 hours posted like 6 different posts about non-Lego sets, or they were either knockoffs or they were imitation brand. And I just started posting every time, this is not a Lego set, and this is a forum. And yeah, I was gatekeeping. I personally don't buy knockoffs unless it's something that Lego doesn't make. Like if it's a character Lego doesn't make, I might buy a clone version. Or Dana and I bought a whole bunch of Lego goats because Lego hasn't made goats available in a very long time, and they're super expensive. And it almost was kind of a joke now, just how expensive the goats are. So we went out and bought a bunch of the knockoff goats. But I'm not going to buy knockoff versions of full blown sets that Lego manufactures. So I am a purist about that. And I said, look, it's a Lego Forum. If you want to rename it, then that's fine. But if you're going to call it a Lego Forum, I think it ought to be about Lego stuff.
Yeah,
and people
I think I know that group. I think I finally just kind of dropped out of that group because it's like, this is very newbie. And I don't mean to be a gatekeeper either, but it's like I don't have time for this filling up my feed and everything. So
yeah, I'm just not interested. Like I'm a Lego purist, and so I did follow up. So people were like, "Oh, I bought this off Temu, and I bought this, and it's just as good as Lego." And so recently, I decided to place an order on Temu for some yard lights. That was the main thing to get. And I did buy some knockoff dinosaurs that were either different designs or different colors than what Lego offers, and they were interesting. The plastic is clearly thinner, lighter weight, and not the same quality. So I mean, not everyone might know that. The dinosaurs were clearly smaller than what Lego has in their sets. So these were not literal clones. It's not like they had taken a Lego dino set and reverse molded it to make it exactly like Lego. So they had made their own designs, at least to some extent, in a different scale and a cheaper plastic. And I would say the same thing's true about the goats that Dana and I ordered, is that you can clearly tell it's a lighter weight plastic, not the same quality. And I get that for some people, that might not be a thing. I do value the quality that Lego puts into it. And I realize that, Lego certainly realizes a very healthy profit, that if weren't Lego pushing out some of these high quality designs that they pay people to design, which other companies steal designs that AFOLs make and just mass produce. Another thing that ticks me off. Lego pays people for their creative output, and that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons Lego costs more. Not the only reason, but one of the reasons.
So going back to the question about Monkey Kid China.
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder also if maybe they made a deal with like the government or whatever the controlling bodies are that says, hey, if you create some Chinese content in your sets, here's some tax cuts or whatever they would do. Like I've always kind of wondered about that as well.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Or maybe they even said we will protect that IP if knockoffs come.
Oh, maybe. Yep.
Yep. And Moto did say yes. Ninjago is not for China. It's not a Chinese IP.
It's Japanese.
It's Japanese. Yeah. But the Monkey Kids sets they are a little more premium price though, right?
A mistake us white people would make. Chinese, Japanese, those are all the same people, right?
That's generalizing white people now, Matt.
I am. Guilty as charged.
Oh, good. Now I'm going to ban it. Anyway, so...
Banned in China. Banned in Japan.
Banned in Japan. That's right.
It is...
But anyway, so...
To Jeff's...
The Monkey Kid sets are great, though. I mean, they really are well done. So like you say, they're putting like their high-level design on it and producing a great product, but then they are not selling it really anymore, pushing it in the States hardly at all, which is odd to me. That maybe they pulled that so the Dreams thing could be more focused on.
Because they pulled it 2 years ago.
That's true,
right? So
yeah.
I really just think they made that announcement years ago that they would sell every set in every market. And now it's one of those, well, these ones actually aren't doing so well in all the markets, but we still need to sell them. So, because they don't want to go back on that word, but.
Well, I bought mine off shoplego.com. I mean, like I just went on the website and got my VIP points and got my gift with purchase, which is usually what I do is wait for one of those two windows where I'm excited about either a gift or the points and show up in my house. So, I'm happy that even if it's not on store shelves, I'm happy that as a consumer in North America, I could order it without any hassle. I didn't have to go through somebody else. Like the very first Chinese New Year sets, I had a friend who traveled to Asia who literally ripped open the boxes and threw all the poly bags in their luggage to bring back 3 copies of the New Year sets because there were 3 of us that really wanted them and you couldn't buy them, unless you had to pay extra on eBay or Alibaba or something like that. So
yeah, I got a set that way as well. I had a friend who was going to China and said, "Hey."
But Jeff, I think you made a really good observation, which is, now that I think about it, when I was sort of looking through the Temu knockoff type stuff, I don't recall seeing any knockoffs of either Monkey.
Well, technically that part was Chris's.
Okay. I didn't see any knockoffs of those particular teams, and that would be actually something it would be kind of interesting to keep track of, to see if in fact that is the case, that there's a sort of understood, we're going to actually defend the Lego's intellectual property rights if they go forward with stuff that's targeted at a domestic Chinese market. Maybe not, but it's worth keeping an eye on.
Well, and we don't really know how well it's doing over there, if that's really becoming a thing. If it's super. There you go. That's it. There it is. That's us right there. By the way, Moto, if you see what I'm doing, when I'm taking a moment, I'm putting together my Mac. So finally, I have time to get to it. So thank you, Moto, for that. So anyway, yeah. So that it is interesting. Monkey Kid is an interesting study I guess it's a. Has it been out 3 years? Is it gone farther than 3 years?
Check.
But to see how that's it's playing out and everything. My kid, and it was during COVID, we were really excited about it. He really liked the big monkey mech, and we got the big they're all there, the big bull mech and all that kind of stuff. And as the iterations were going on, we wanted them, but we kind of were like, well, that's just the same thing, the same colors. I got the rocket ship because it had space stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But
this is actually their 4th cycle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It started in 2020. So
okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they are going to continue it. That would be cool and everything, but it's just not for our market. So
yeah.
I mean, I would say to the whole like dual markets thing, when I worked at the Lego brand retail store, I commented that I said, I don't think we ever sell a train set, to my manager. And he said, oh, well, wait for Christmas. We'll sell some train sets. But he's like, they're a high price point and they're the kind of thing that grandparents buy, or parents maybe, but it's a lot of grandparents that seem to buy those kinds of sets. And they, it's like a Christmas, Hanukkah kind of gift. I suspect, I don't have any data, but I suspect that the train sets probably sell massively better in Europe because people ride trains as a daily form of transportation in the United States. That's generally just up in the northeastern part of the United States where people take commuter trains. But if you live in Germany or, the Netherlands or England, you're riding France, you're riding trains a lot. Every kid has train experience. And I just suspect that that's one of those Europe versus, I don't know about Canada, but my impression from Canada is that there's a lot of car driving too. Obviously there are trains, but I think
commuter is more like we have one train that goes across the country. But
what about y'all? Then Lego should make moose, right? Because y'all ride moose all everywhere, right?
True.
But yeah, those are called cartoons.
Cartoons with an Asian flavor.
Yeah, Monkey Kid cartoon is really cool. It is, and it's just internet based, but it was kind of a mix. No, yeah, it's kind of a mix between the Mixel style and Ninjago, and everything. I think it's great. Also, again, not pushed well. So
the other thing I'll say about Monkey Kid is that you not only get, like, I like the buildings, right? So that's what I tend to gravitate to. And so I bought this palace. I bought the other one with the train going around. But then there's the mechs, and the mechs were big. I mean, the bone demon, was that Monkey Kid or is that Ninjago?
I think that's
Monkey Kid.
I think is that?
So there was a Oni one for what? Well, no, I can't remember.
Hold on, I'm checking.
I'll look. The Bone Demon was a big mech, but also the Fire one, the big red one. I think it was Fire something. I'm not a mech builder, so it wasn't something that got my dollar. But and then they also have some of the space stuff. So they were, I think, intelligent in the sense that they had this idea with the character Monkey Kid, and they played it out in terms of both buildings, in terms of space, in terms of
Monkey Kid.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
and
Bone Demon is
the
Monkey.
ramen tank was absolutely hilarious. I mean,
Yeah,
yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We are talking. Yeah, we have the ramen bowl tank, and there were so many little details in that were great. The chopsticks and the whole thing. Yeah, super cool. That may be the last Monkey Kid we got. I'm pretty sure it is.
I think it's in the
The
other room.
spaceship came out after.
I was looking on my shelf, but I think it's in the guest bedroom actually. But the sense of humor with the bunny rabbit and the ramen, there's just a sense of joyful playfulness about that.
Yeah, there is.
You know, it's kind of up there with. I remember Mark was talking about how much he loved the like hamburger truck that was all jacked up. And I ended up buying it because it just had a sense of humor about it, a kind of wink. Yeah, we know this is kind of ridiculous, but we're going to make a jacked up, burger truck.
With the guy that looks like he was the character in Animal House with the big mustache and the thing, the bomber jacket, all that stuff. Hey Aubrey, it's good to have you here, joining with us. Also, let's see who else is joining us. Moto's here. A minifig collector is here. And saw some Axel Plate is here. Hello.
Did Aubrey make her flight? That's what I'm wondering. Because last I saw on Instagram, her flight was delayed.
That was Georgia Aubrey, not.
Oh, this is Moktura Aubrey.
This is Dark Aubrey.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize we changed our names.
So speaking of the Aubrey that lives far away, we are now 3 weeks out from Brick Slopes. So I'm very excited, and I've been working on figuring out how to pack up the mosaic. And I did some math, did some calculating, and realized that shipping it was going to be far more expensive than taking it on the airplane. So I will be taking the mosaic on, and I made sure I could check 2 boxes. They're under the weight limit. They're under the size limit. It's ended up going to cost me $70 to take the mosaic each direction. $140. It would have cost more than $140 to ship 2 boxes one direction. So I'm going to save $300 by taking it on the airplane, and I'm a little bit nervous about that. I'm going to have to work on putting in extra padding and some stuff like that. But
it might cost you a little more to come back, though.
Oh, yeah. Why?
Because the Brick Slopes thing is you always end up bringing home a lot of extra stuff.
There will be. I will have a carry-on bag, so that can accommodate some extras. And there is actually some in the way the bag is currently packed. There's the second box I only need 50% of. So right now I have like the Red Wings jersey stuffed in there. Now the collapsible cart is going to have to go in that portion, so that will be. I ordered the collapsible hand cart. It hasn't arrived yet, but I'm going to test it out. The idea is that basically I'm going to take a roll of tape and have to duct tape it right before I, check it, so I can put the hand cart back in the box, so that when I get to Salt Lake and I have to go from the airport to the rental car, how am I going to carry 60 pounds of box? I can't. So I need that hand cart to roll it through the airport. And so, it'll be interesting. Basically, I'm going to probably have to like throw away a duct tape thing or bring one that only has a little bit of tape left, and I can just finish taping the box up and then put it on the conveyor belt. So
if I were mean and I was Cody or whoever is receiving your package, I would have it, keep it safe. Then I would get a similar box. I would put a bunch of black plates down in it and a bunch of dots. And when you show up, go, dude, I'm so sorry. Pour that out in a bin and just see you melt down and film it and then make a lot of money. So,
well, Cody can't because I'm going to bring it with me, but I am going to get some flyer and travel for it. Just because it is about $5,000 worth of parts. And if something catastrophic happens, I want to at least get reimbursed. So we'll see.
All right. We have that was actually a neat question. Olden Surly is going to Brick Fair, Virginia on Saturday. Great. Anyone out? We're not going. But you want to look for our friend Martin Harris, who I believe is there. You want to look for our friend. Who else is there that we know? Nick and Dan. What is their lug that they call themselves?
Are they? Yeah, no, I can't remember. Great. The you're talking about the Virginia lug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's Whammalug, but
sub-lug.
Yeah, Whammalug. Oh, do they have a different one?
yeah, they have a goofy name for the two of them together. So, gosh, I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
It's not. I don't think it's an officially recognized lug. They just invented their own like duo lug.
Gotcha.
Yeah. 3-lug. That's it. 3-lug. Yeah, you need to look for them. There's only 2 of them, but
also, of course, Rich will be there, and
Rich will be there.
So I will say that I had been to the Brick Fair, Alabama, a couple of times, and when I went up to Brick Fair, Virginia, which was my first show after COVID, so this would have been fall of August of 2020 or 2021. Simon Walu's going to be there. That's right.
Yeah, you need to stop by and just bask in the new Hashima, the big,
slightly smaller
city.
Yeah.
I met Rich in person, who I'd only chatted with on this show, so I didn't really know him outside of just these video appearances. And he's probably not going to watch, but he was the sweetest guy in person. Like he
looks like this, but
with a little gray. But he was super nice. So he's very friendly. So if you don't know Rich personally, but you've seen him on the show, go up and say hi to him. He's a really nice guy. So I have to say that interacting with people face to face sometimes can be different than what you expect, but he exceeded any expectations that I might have had. So those are some people that will be there for sure.
Mark and Stevens, season 2 champions of Lego Masters, will be there, probably hanging around with Daniel from Peach Lug. They'll probably have their dragons and stuff like that. They're super nice guys. They're from here. So,
and if you go there, don't eat at any of the places that Chris recommends.
Okay, look, Willard's Barbecue was amazing in 2014. Apparently, it's not anymore. So,
I couldn't even finish one of my 3. It was just bad. It was bad.
Oh, that's really sad because it used to be really good. So,
but it is a very dense suburban place. There are lots of food choices. If you have spare time, you should absolutely, and you haven't been, you should absolutely go to the Air and Space, Udozi. I'm going to say it wrong.
Hazy, yeah.
Air and Space 2, which is basically an enormous airplane hangar that also has a space shuttle in it, and just. Yep. You like any kind of aircraft history, space travel, real space travel, that at least for non-aliens, us humans, go check it out. You could easily spend an entire day just walking around that place. So that's pretty cool. And when we were there, we went downtown to the mall on Public Day, and we went to the recently opened Museum of African American History, and had just fantastic. So if you've not seen museums on the Nation's Mall and you're there, there's just great things to do in DC. I lived there for 3 years. And
by the way, Olin Shirley, this history professor, number 1, number 2, his favorite thing is the shipping museum in Mobile, Alabama. So
it's not my favorite, but it's
and selling maps too.
So did they have any cool like stores at the National Mall, or was it just all museums and stuff? Like, what kind of shopping are we talking here?
Well, every museum has
a Wicks and Sticks, and there's a Spencer's on the Mall of America, and
there's
the pretzel shop.
There's a spy museum. Come on, I mean, it's how cool is that?
I mean, doesn't that defeat the purpose of there being spies if there's a museum dedicated to it?
It's the old timer spies. They got new cool
outlet mall.
They got new cooler spy devices. You can learn about the old school cameras that were in a ink pen, that kind of things.
Oh, that's cool. So, like, was there a Nike outlet, like Chris said, or no?
Oh, you go to Potomac Mills if you want shopping. Potomac Mills is where the outlets are.
If I happen to drop off in the next few minutes, we've got another huge storm coming through. So.
Okay. It's also because I showed up and
no,
Jeff's.
Literally huge storm. I can show you my front backyard camera if you want.
VW, I'm joking. It's
I
been
know.
too long. My sarcasm apparently is not registered. Anyway, how the hell are you three?
Good. Jeff.
Good. How are you?
Jeff was communicating on his Canadian Brick Builders chat about the income.
Jeff's on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I but the viewers don't. So I, of course,
Yeah.
I had to post the link to the Danger Zone from Top Gun, and VW is like, I didn't even play it, but I can hear it in my head. Thanks a lot.
I mean, yeah, it's like one of those images you can hear the sound of.
Yeah.
Anytime
now
I
I kinda
see,
want-
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Anytime I see any sort of like air fighter, like plane fighter, I'm like, "Bleh." Yeah, that sound goes through my head.
Danger Zone.
And I was just gonna say now I want to watch both the Top Guns again.
That's fair.
Just for the volleyball scene. Just go ahead and admit it. Just
That's why I watch it.
Yeah, but for who? Tom Cruise or for?
Nah. Val Kilmer, man, come on.
We
Jeff, how are you? It's been a while. How are things?
Without getting too personal into it, because you know what's going on, Chris. Things are better than they were. I move into my new apartment on Monday. Yeah, so life's complicated, but it's not as bad as it was.
Life's lifing.
Yep.
Okay, good. Is your Lego with you?
Too personal.
So it's all with me. It's all packed up and it's raring to go. And I was like, this isn't bad because most of the stuff I own are collectibles and or toys. So no problem. Moving the Lego, not an issue. And I go to move my collectibles and my toys and I'm like, this is not good because these are larger than Lego bricks. And therefore, oh no. So I have like 100 totes. 50 of them is full of Lego. 50 of them is full of action figures. And I'm like, well, might have overdone it. And I'm moving into a 2-room apartment.
All right.
Yeah.
So you have the coat room and the kitchen.
I mean, the living room is going to be the Lego room. I've already decided that. And also my photography room. And I'll put the TV up and like get a nice Barca lounger and just kind of call it there. So like, no problems there. And then the bedroom will just like house stuff. Because I got a pretty big closet in the new place. It's like 9 foot long and like 5 feet wide. So that's pretty good. And so plenty of storage. But I mean, I'm literally just going to turn my living room into the Lego and action figure photography room and go from there. I don't, I've got my dogs and they don't care. So, why the hell not, right?
That sounds awesome. I mean, it sounds really awesome, actually.
I mean, it's awesome, but it's not because I'd rather, things be the way they were, but they're not. And, I just kind of got to try to find the bright side in things. And let me tell you, that's really hard to do sometimes. But
Yeah, I got you.
You keep at it, though, and eventually, you'll be able to see the bright side of things. And that was kind of my issue, is that I was in such a pit that I couldn't see, up. And then things started getting better, and I started just accepting that they were getting better rather than, why aren't they the way they were? And yeah, sometimes that's all you got to do. So people out there, it gets better. Not fast, but it gets better. So that's where I'm at.
All right. Good deal.
When I first, Jeff, when I first got back into buying Lego, so that would have been about 2004, 2005. I lived in this 1-bedroom place with my spouse, and we had very little display space, but we did have a storage area. So all the Lego kept going into the storage area, and I was like, well, hopefully someday I'll have, some shelves and some display space. So then after a couple of years, we moved into a place that had more space. And it was like Christmas. I was like, oh, I've had this in storage for 5 years. Now I can actually build it. This is going to be fun. So, there's, I feel your pain. I've been in your shoes with the, ooh, where's it going to go?
It's it's by no means a walk in the park right now, but it's a lot better than what it was.
Good.
So
We're here for you, buddy.
I know. I reached out to a couple of you and others. I've just kind of been in a hermit mode, and if we're friends on Facebook and you've read my posts, you know what's going on and how I can sort of survive all this and how I've been surviving it all, and it is what it is. And anyway, I saw new Batman and Dream sets today at Target when I bought action figures.
Yep. I got look what Jeff what I got at my Walmart today.
Yeah, that's cool.
The 92 Batman. So
yeah,
cool
that,
little winged goat on the front there. That's a nice one.
That I picked that up in Bricksville in Oklahoma a month ago because Eric got them in, and it's a really fun build. That little gargoyle thing that you do, like it's really cool. I'm glad you got it. I saw the Batmobile and the Batwing today, and I was like, man, I should pull the trigger on these. But then I kind of stopped and was like, I have these already, and it kind of hit me that like, oh, I guess I'm in that spot in my, Lego journey where like I don't need to buy the newest model of the same model that I have, which was kind of sad, but also kind of eye-opening, and it also let me buy a NECA Shredder by Mirage that I wanted, and 2 bad guys from the Hawkeye series, so I was okay with it.
There you go.
You said the Hawkeye series or the Hot Guy series?
Either or. Oh my.
Fair enough. I was just. I had
Hawkeye.
The Hot Guy series, so
Hawkeye released the Tracksuit Mafia figures, and they make perfect thugs for other 6-inch figures. So
that's awesome.
Roll.
So I would make this point that even if you have a lot of space to display things, you still have to make choices. And that's one of the things I just went through, like sorting all my loose bricks and moving some stuff around, and eventually VW is going to come down here in February and need to be able to sleep on the guest bed, which has Lego on it right now. And I'm sitting there going, what am I going to do with this set? Like,
I'll just bring a bigger suitcase. Don't worry about it.
Well, the couch is always empty because, we need to be able to sit on that. So I don't put Lego on the couch, but I mean, making choices is a reality for everybody, like, okay, if this, where's it going to go? And when you first get back into Lego, maybe that isn't such a big factor, but it's a factor now.
Well, I think Lego realizes that's reality for its generation of builders with all the adult focus stuff, and everybody's like, my shelves are full. Here's something to hang on the wall. My shelves are full. Here's an Eiffel Tower for the floor. My shelves are full. Whatever. So
here's a Technic crane that's 3 feet by 3 feet by a foot.
Yeah,
like that thing's just insane.
Here's a modern art set that you don't want.
Well, when the Titanic came out, Thomas says, you're going to get that, right? And I was like, well, where are we going to put it? I was like, I will build it if you want to put it in one of your rooms. If you want to display it in your room, I'll be happy to put it together. But I'm like, it's big. It's it's going to eat an entire shelf by itself. And he was like, I'll find a spot. So I'm like, okay, I'll build it.
There you go. It's funny because I'm looking over at my packed up stuff right now. The only thing that's not packed is the build table. And there's, I don't know, about 24 unbuilt sets. Like, there's still the blacksmith shop that I've had forever that just hangs out.
Yep.
And, like, there's the Jurassic Park attack set where it has the fence, and I'm using my hands to talk to describe it, and I'm not on camera. And I'm just like, one day I'll build those. There's the Galaxy Explorer 2.0. There's, the Blacktron gift with purchase, and I'm just like, one day those things are gonna look great. And,
Yep.
But the thing about my living room is that my living room is quite large, my new one, and I've got a circular coffee table, and I've always wanted to change the theme of that coffee table every month.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
now I don't have somebody telling me, hey, we don't need to put Lego on display in the living room. And I go, oh, okay. So now I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to change it up every month to, it might be Aquanauts all year long one day, but that's okay because, it's Aquanauts. But, like, stuff like that. There's little things that I'm thinking about that I can do and, like, not feel guilty about doing it. Like, when I was going to conventions and selling and everything, I was always leaving Emily at home, and I always wanted her to go with me, but for some reason she never did, and yada shmada, and now it's just anyway. I'm excited to be moving. I'm excited to be okay, and I'm excited not to be in limbo anymore. Because for a while it got real bad real quick.
Gotcha. All right. So when we got a few moments left, new parts have been released with new sets being released. By the way, let's talk about a couple of rumors. Number one, there's a rumor since our ambassador is on board, we can't show pictures of rumors, and we don't want to get in trouble. And Trish has just showed up. Trish is like, can't show those.
Pick them off. No.
Okay, I can take them off. So on social media, there are rumored pictures of one of the Concorde, which looks like an interesting set.
Can we talk about the Dune set? Or have I missed that episode? There's a Dune set coming.
Yes, the Ornithopter.
Yes.
That's be pretty cool. Also, there is rumors of a what is the video gamey thing that they're doing?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing set. Yeah.
Oh God. Sorry, there went all of my interest.
I don't play it at all, but I know my kids will love that. So.
But when they announce a theme that I have zero interest in, I'd go, hey, at least I won't be spending money on that.
That's absolutely, that is more money for NECA action figures.
And Chris totally did mangle.
I don't know. That's one of them Ornithopters. So
or Ren the Copper.
Whatever. Yeah, you didn't do so good either. So Animal Crossing Dream 2. So there's also a rumor because, hang on, our new friend Olden Shirley said this new space themed Blacktron. And I hope you have seen the gift with purchase Blacktron that you can get second market now. But there is a rumor that the collectible minifig series mid-year of next year, which will be
the May release,
will be a space themed collectible miniseries. Do we think they're going to do like all the classic themes?
Is it the whole series or one fig?
No, it says the whole series is space.
Okay. No, that's why I asked.
It's a series.
Okay.
So technically 12 figures.
Okay.
I mean, if they like money, they will.
Yeah.
I mean, and who cares if it's all space and all classic space guys or women, whatever they want to do. It doesn't matter if you can feel the bags or not. Just give me the boxes. I'll just take whatever space figs come. That will be fantastic. So
there'll be a couple brick built robots in it. No doubt about it.
Just look at how those Galaxy Explorers flew out of stores.
Well, they did the first run. Now they're some of them are sitting there.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see actually how it sold. I mean, we've still got some full price around here, and they've been restocked. So,
and Walmart my Walmart that's closest to me actually upped the price to $120, and I went, that doesn't make any sense. So,
well, we'll just sidebar on that for half a second. I think. Walmart screwed that up because they came out 75. Well, they came out 100, and then they dropped them to 75. Then for half a minute they were $50, and then they went back up and stayed at 100. And I'm sure everybody like me is going, I might get a couple more when they drop them back down to something or other, and they don't. So,
my aunt, who is a longtime Walmart employee in Kingman, Arizona, they dropped down to 50 there. And she messaged me with, how many of these do you want? She gets 50% off.
Oh my
she bought 5. And now there's 5 sitting in my closet and 1 on my build table, and I'm like, well, okay, I don't know what to do with these. I might sell them if I'm being honest, but besides that,
Well, I paid my $300 for 3, and then when we went to 75, I could have had 4, so it's just not fair. Anyway, it's fine. All right, so let's look at those, since we have new sets and new molds and stuff like that, some new parts. So let me get to the hang on one second. Let me get to my tab here.
So while he's looking for that, I had been in the habit of, pardon me, of ordering new parts and new colors. But then when I was building the mosaic, I was putting all of my Lego money into the mosaic, which meant thousands of dots. And so I pulled up some of the new additions, and I placed a Bricklink parts order recently. And boy, there's some cool stuff. There's some cool stuff that I hadn't bought anything just for fun in almost half a year. So some good parts out there.
Matt, are you all in on the dream stuff, or is that a no-go for you?
It just depends on the set. So I like the buildings. In particular, I want to get the stable set, which I've seen some pictures of people who their local Costco has it. I hit my 2 Costcos yesterday and came up empty. But Dana's Costco, which seems to get more Lego, might be the one. So when I'm over there playing hockey next time, I'm probably going to raid Costco if they have it. But it just depends on the set. Some of them excite me more than others.
I really want the pirate ship thing. Like
the shark thing.
Yeah. The thing that looks like a giant ship. I don't know. That's all I got. But
yeah.
The other pseudo rumor is the Halloween VIP bag that's coming with purple classic space helmets too.
There's actually a picture of that floating around.
Yeah,
so
that's yeah.
What?
Yeah, so you got to spend what $250 to get a VIP.
No, because I think it's 65 Canadian, so probably 50 US. Because it's the VIP one, a reward. So I'm going to be making 4, smallish orders during that month to get as many as I can or more.
That's the way to work. That's the way to work it.
That's right.
No,
all right, so let's look at these parts real quick, and I'll try to highlight them. This little shaft with the bend in it, interesting. I didn't say anything.
You just said shaft with bend is interesting. Yes,
I don't know. I don't know what that means, but
if your shaft has a bend in it, you might be in trouble.
I don't know what that means. So
I think he's telling us to be quiet. Okay.
Is that a Technic, or is it supposed to be?
I don't know if it's Technic. I don't think it's a Technic bar at the end. I'm assuming it's just like the actual or the
pin.
The normal bar width. It could be a stopper though, so it does go all the way through.
Yeah. I guess that's for positioning, like jumping characters or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
it's on the new Spider-Man Far From Home set or No Way Home set or whatever home version it was.
Home Alone home set.
Yeah,
the home game. This part has been remolded so that there's a little more distance between the bar and the plate. By the way, so.
Oh really? Okay.
But it's not super recent. These arms are kind of interesting. Are those tree limbs, or are they? What are they?
No, I think those are. That might be from the new Dream sets. I think it's the arms for, like, it's a Technic bar or a Technic pin. I think it's just there's that lady that's carrying the backpack on her back. Isn't that her arms?
Maybe.
Are those for the maxi figures? Is that for the buildable figures?
Could be. You can actually see what sets. If you click the into sets just below, it'll tell you. You might pop it in. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
There you go.
All right. Gray bananas. I'll let that just lay there. What is this?
That's for the new mech sets that came out. The Star Wars mechs. I guess it's the back of the mech that the figures are like. That's the area that would hold the figure in place.
Oh, come on.
It's basically a piece out of other pieces, right? A poop, I think they call that.
Yeah, That's dumb.
The only thing that you can't actually build in that is the bottom 4 studs. The 2x4 area at the bottom has axle holes in it. There's like 3 axle holes.
What'd you call me, son?
Yeah, that's what I called you.
Okay.
So
All right. Birds, stop me if you see something interesting. I'm really excited about all the creature eyes and stuff. Those are pretty fun.
Can you scroll up back to the birds, please?
Birds.
Yeah, I like those. I don't know. They look like Tweety Bird.
Yep. Except there's not a yellow one, but I'm guessing these are Donkey Kong things.
yeah, something.
Yeah.
Or
There's
Sonic? No, don't think there's birds in Sonic.
no, there was when you hit the stomper and you freed all the animals. Some of them were.
Oh yeah, Sonic.
birds.
I win.
You win.
I had no idea personally, but hey, now they can do Angry Birds too.
Oh, they did that already.
If only they could get the rights to that.
Womp womp.
What is that guy? I don't even have a set on that.
It's right below the picture.
He looks very angry.
In one set. Yeah. It's a Picasso. Donkey Kong again.
Yeah, Larry and Morton's ship. That's so anyway. So new curves here. This is from the Corvette, I think, but that's pretty interesting.
The one right beside it too, the tan piece.
The half loaf of bread.
Kong. Yeah, it's like from Donkey Kong, but it's kind of an interesting curve too.
Yeah, or you can have a sad one.
Or not.
And then this is the inverted half that goes with this. That's pretty sweet. I can see that being really cool space parts.
Yeah.
I'm curious as a building person, I'm curious to see what those two, like when they meet, what kind of gradient you get.
New Elementary already did it on the white ones. And when they match, they actually form a perfect half circle or a perfect quarter circle.
Ooh.
When you put them at 45, like basically butt to bar, side to side. So yeah, I could see Chris building a rocket ship out of that.
Woo-hoo! Okay, this piece right here is underrated because it allows you to do a whole lot of stuff.
A whole lot?
A whole lot, yes, with the whole. Anyway. On the whole. Let's see. I'm looking at the gray candles, good for lasers. Really cool.
Well, that's a good Greeble part, I would think, for just spaceships in general. You could do
piping and
This is the amazing part now in black. That's awesome. All right. Looks for some this total new molds. What do y'all think of these little creature bodies from the Dreams? Do y'all like those?
They're creepy, but I like them.
Not a fan.
I like the fact that you can basically put a bar piece underneath their underarms, like in their underarm area, so it looks like they are holding stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't think I'll use them for anything. They'll probably just go in the bin of stuff I don't use.
What the heck is that?
It looks like a Hello Kitty thing.
I know.
It does look very Hello Kitty.
Oh, Gabby.
Bakey with cakey fun. Okay. It's a cat and a cupcake. They baked the cat.
Yeah.
I don't think that. Okay.
Set at 350 on high for.
Oh, this is the Gabby's Dollhouse stuff, and I have no idea, but wow.
What the heck is Gabby's Dollhouse?
I don't know.
You guys are not keeping up with Gabby, clearly.
I have trouble enough keeping up with. Yeah.
All right, so these are new in these colors, and they're pretty fantastic. These little tube pieces and everything, and this new joint. Y'all like these?
I have to say, I am surprised at how many of the branchy tube pieces, how many colors we're getting those in.
Yeah.
I thought they would only be elephant trunks and plant pieces, but the fact that they're giving us two in dark green and trans green, dark blue and trans green, mind blown. Did not expect that.
What Matt said.
Yeah, and there's trans black in the Pegasus horse, and there's some in there too, I think, or not black, but regular black.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is that the new?
That's the new. Yeah, that's trans black. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I like. What's that in?
Ooh, the sand green square. I like that.
That is in. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Looks like it comes in. Oh yeah, no, that's a different one.
I'm gonna have to order that piece. So,
Yeah.
This is this what you're talking about, Matt?
Yeah, that would be. I could see myself using it.
Yeah, architecturally for stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Detail
like
piece.
boxes.
Like I said, the eyes and everything, these are cool for creature making. I like these that are, the very sullen eyes here are very cool. I like this. This is pretty sweet.
Well, I haven't really looked at any of the prints.
What's that
This new
yellow one?
computer, yeah, that's the computer bit right there is really neat.
It is actually. What's it coming in? Of course. Okay.
Sonic, yeah.
And that's one of the things I guess I've learned the more that I've built is
It's on the side of the. Oh,
I
sorry, go
used
ahead.
to say, "Oh, I'll go buy that set just to get that new part." And if you're just patient, you can just buy the part most of the time, unless
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
IP face, IP hair, IP chest, torso. If you're just patient and you really want a cool part, you can get that cool part and not have to spend $50 on the whole set. So
Unless
Yeah,
it's
that's
Space Torsos and they don't show up on bricks and pieces. So
Right. But the thing about that is that like at Bricksville in Oklahoma, I'm gonna keep talking about this place even though I don't work there. Eric would buy 2 or 3 extra sets
Yep.
and then separate the parts and then throw them up on a store. And
Yep.
that's how I got a lot of the pieces that I wanted from a couple of sets without having to spend the $300 or $400 to, yeah. So that's really cool too. Like,
Mhm.
that art reactor, it looks like a pretty cool generic computery kind of thing or something.
Or even like a window for a mini scale strip.
it looks like a transporter pad.
I was about to
Yeah.
say transporter pad
Yep,
myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
But only if you're sitting through the episode.
Are you guys watching Star Trek at all? Strange New World?
Yes. Did you see the music? Don't spoil it. I saw it, but the musical, did you see it?
I loved every second of it. I won't lie.
I watched.
I don't like a musical, but I enjoyed that. And for the 3 seconds the Klingons are on there was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Why are we singing?
Funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know the words. But
Matt, take it from one dude to another dude that has a lot in common when it comes to things. You're gonna love it.
well, I've heard good things. So
It was pretty great.
All
That's
right,
the
so
class, right?
here is the blob head. You can't see the print, but he's got the 2 eyes printed on the side of him. Very cool. But this is what's awesome.
wait. Go back up.
What?
Light royal blue window frames,
Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of new colors.
new
Mhm.
glass. Look at
Yeah.
all those colors of glass for the new big 6x6.
Mhm.
That's crazy. There were only 2. You could only get light trans blue and trans clear, and now we're gonna get 5 colors. That's
These are not transparent. These are solid colors.
Yeah.
right. You could use it for wall panels. Then.
Right.
Yeah.
Which they do here because they have prints on them.
I'm excited.
But then this is extremely cute. The little beady globe here with the eyes on it for the like baby goo or something. I don't know what it is.
It's just awesome. That's what it is.
It is.
It reminds me of the stuff that Peter and I can't remember the other guy's name in the space book, like the little helper bots.
Mhm.
You could stick like one of those guys in the discs, and then they're stuff up. Anyway,
That would be amazing. Sweet to get this lightsaber hilt in gray. That's awesome. I guess this is a new hat.
Yes.
Malibu Stacy has a new hat.
That's weird though, because it's at 3x5x1. Like, what is that in?
This
The dimensions. Why does it have dimensions?
I don't
And
know.
You know what I mean?
When are we gonna get a flat build hat just so that Chris can?
Oh, it's a
Right,
Donkey
yeah.
Kong. It's a big hat.
It's a big hat for the Donkey Kong
Okay.
Jr. right there.
Okay, so it's actually not a minifig scale.
No, womp womp. The hourglass piece is super cool here. These new tentacles, new leaf pieces. Is that
Mhm.
super new? don't
Yep,
know.
they're new in Donkey Kong.
Oh,
Persistence.
totally new.
And Dreams.
I guess I'm impressed when these are coming out. They're doing like multiple colors, not just one, right off the bat.
Well,
Yeah.
Teal though. Anyway,
It's like
Yeah.
they know I'm going to run out and need to buy 50 in each color or something.
regular blue tree limb there.
Oh,
which
that
kinda
is regular.
interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So build that into a Spacey Mock. That'd make some interesting breeds.
Oh, that'll be on Bulk Lug next fall.
So more of these little body things, some armor. I like these. The scarf there is pretty sweet for the super bad guy in Dreams. That's pretty neat. There's the other goo version, which is pretty cool. Blob, whatever his name is.
See Bob. Yeah.
Blob. It's better. It's
And
better.
the funny thing is, they have the minifig baby head, but not the torso listed in here.
Oh yeah, for the space guy. That's pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. I wonder if there's a slight different mold or something going on there. I don't know. Some Monkey Kid stuff and Dream stuff.
Maybe there's going to be headless mini babies in the future.
It could be that the face pattern is different or something.
Is it?
With- I don't know. I'm just saying it could be. I would expect it wouldn't be, but no, I guess
Interesting.
not.
Looking for any other new super molds. I like these. These are pretty cool. Oh, and the bad guy from Dreams. He's pretty neat. Mandalorian
Neat.
stuff. You can get you a medallion for your Wookiee now. And you can get one,
It's only 20 years too late.
right?
Fine.
Funny.
These torsos are pretty neat for just generic kind of spacey guys. Those are pretty cool. Let's see if there's anything beyond that. Anyway, so yeah, there was a lot of new parts, a lot of new molds, a lot of new colors. This Mudguard in gray. Oh, there it is. There it is. Check this out. Trans Yellow. They haven't done that since the original Blacktron series.
Who would be that?
I want mini.
Want mini versions of those or mini?
I want very many. Very a lot.
Um,
All right, fine. Here, talk about your plants, Matt.
leave it
50
alone, Matt.
in every color, please.
There's dead plants and live plants. That's nice.
I'm more excited about the blue bracket just on the next row.
Right?
Really?
Because that bracket hasn't been available in blue yet.
Why? What is it about the blue color? Like, why?
I want to build for my castle. I want to build a blue tower at the top. Like I've got a
Okay.
yellow tower, and I want to build a blue one as well. But
Cool.
there's a couple of both this bracket and the 1x1 bracket with the downward angle, like the inverted version, whatever you want to call it. They both haven't been made before, and the middle one there too, the new white MacGyver piece, whatever you want to call it.
God.
Well, it can do everything, so why not?
They're great.
No, I just think that's a good name. I'm just laughing. It's funny. So.
That's Dana's term, I believe, for those.
Is it?
Yeah. That whatever bulk when we do bulk, if that
Yeah.
that needs to be on there. That's just gonna get like 100, 200, 300 of those. So
I just ordered like 20 of those in black because black was, I think, the only color they were in stock on Bricks and Pieces. But I'm like, if I ever
That's
have a need, at least I'll have some in black. So
That's the only color they currently come in. So
Is that
until
right?
now. Yeah.
so there we go. This new pagoda kind of piece here. That's kind of interesting. New Elementary did a really cool thing
Yeah.
about how they match up and stuff. So
Mhm.
I think Lego designers are taking much more attention of how parts like that interact with other parts, which is nice. Ooh, is that gray? Finally, that big curving gray.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Just looking for any other pieces here that we don't have. Here's a piece. These two, this and its brother, the pair. I can never keep any of those in stock. It's like I get a pair and they're gone. They're used. They're out.
The
These I
Sonic
need
Rain
to-
there,
Oh yeah. That's good.
which probably has some uses for other things other than Sonic, obviously. But
Make a nice toilet.
yeah,
Let's see. There's gray sausage.
say
There you
that.
go.
yeah.
gray sock.
Wow, a red skeleton arm.
Yeah, that's on the new Japanese set, the Tranquil Garden thingy. It's part of the bridge.
Interesting.
Wow. The fact that I know where all these parts are coming from scares me.
It scares me too. I just didn't want to mention it and call you out like that. So. Multiple colors of the 3x3 curve, which is great. Oh, this is the little granny in Dreams that has like the bulky arms, which is hilarious. Wow, that's kind of scary. That looks like an alien from Star Trek right there.
Isn't that transparent too, I think?
Yeah, it's hair. These new blasts are cool. They react really well and weirdly to UV because the center is not UV reactant. It's cool. What is this a lightsaber? Is that what that is?
8 long. It could be one of those. Is it one of those weapons? Or the flick fire gun thingies?
Is it a blast?
Click on the actual part number, the 3627, or that one.
One set.
Yeah. So it's obviously not that. Oh, it's a bar.
Lightsaber. It's a new piece.
Wow. An 8 long bar.
Wow.
Huh.
Oh, that's for the Mech Vader. I saw that one today.
Mech Vader.
Give us that piece in like white and gray and all the guardrail colors in the world.
They also have a Stormtrooper and a Boba Fett and those kind of mechs, and it's really weird.
Yeah.
You can't really see it.
Yeah.
That new Corvette windscreen is amazing.
And if you buy a Corvette, you get an extra one because you just don't put the roof on it.
Because the roof looks terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's all the new parts that Brickset's got for us. I like these wings. These are cool. Cool deal. So let me ask you, are any of you, excited about new parts, but then frustrated because like, where the heck am I going to put those parts in my drawers? I got to get more drawers for stuff.
Frustrated? No. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because this week I noticed that the purple air tanks were back in. So as I was adding to the cart, David Sincere, who's in our chat right now, he was like, "Oh, hey, the purple air tanks are back," and I decided, you know what, I'm going to walk away, go get some food for lunch, come back, and as I was eating lunch, a message came back and said, like in our chat, that was like, "Yeah, air tanks are gone." I'm like, "Crap!" And then within a few minutes, or like within the hour, like two of the other 20 pieces I had put on my list had sold out as well. It's like crap.
Yeah, I missed out on the air tanks too.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that the Blacktron torsos are now staying. They've newness of them has settled out. The impulse buying is gone.
Yeah.
I'm saying that knowing that I've got 20 of them sitting over here from the first time they popped up. So, so maybe those pieces will stabilize. It's unfortunate though that the space torsos never showed up.
Oh, the classic.
Maybe that means that's what the space line will be about, and they'll wait, or I don't know. Just odd.
Well, but they never actually put those torsos, like anything in the collectible minifig series, that those parts never make it into the bricks and pieces either, right? So, David Sincere actually had a really good idea about that in our chat yesterday. Was like, could they actually just do a space character from each theme? So you get like a redo M-Tron, a redo Futuron, a new classic space color. I would hope.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too.
Wouldn't it be great if now here's my theory, which would be fun, is there's classic space figures in the box, but they themselves are random colors, so you don't know if you're gonna get a brown one, a green one, or an orange one. I would be in for that too. That would be amazing, right? So
that would be bankrupt me.
At $5 a pop, it's just going down.
I'm just gonna warn you that like your wildest dreams are not true. So you're just setting yourself up.
Yeah.
Lucy's holding the football. I'm gonna get all these classic space dreams.
You know what it's gonna
Charlie
be?
Brown's running up to kick that football, and she's like, "Nope."
It's gonna be a bunch of the city space characters. That's what it's gonna be.
Exactly what Stanley said. That's what it's like. They're gonna give a Sally ride and historical space figures. And I'll take that Neil Armstrong and chuck him against the wall. So,
man, some of those figures will really blow up.
Nice.
That was Krista McAuliffe. That was not Sally Ride. So
I know, but you all jumped to that conclusion. So
Well,
Yes,
we can hope. We won't know till like March-ish. Oh, actually, no. You know what? When did Series 24 came out in January this year, didn't it? Because that's when we got the brown guy. I'm trying to think when we actually learned about when the Disney ones dropped. I guess that would have been about March that we found out. So
14, 14 Falcon, whatever his name is on
Yeah, Falcon fan.
thing. He'll let us know. So
Yeah. He's our guy.
he's our guy.
I got a guy.
So while we've been working, one of the things I finally got around to that's been sitting in a container is the blue painted lady, which I dropped, and it went into lots of chunks after our February show, Atlanta BrickCon. This is when this one fell to its tragic demise. The bottom floor is back together. Woo! So
Yay!
we'll get
Hey.
the other 5 painted ladies will have the other one. The blue one will rejoin soon. So that's what I've been working on. That's if you see me like bending over, I'm trying to look at it and go, oh, where did this go again?
It went that away.
Yeah, the Space Mini dolls are cool, but the thing that the Space Mini dolls had was the space cookies, and I made sure to get a few copies of the space cookies printed tile, so I'm good to go. So.
Coming back to the purple, I went online and ordered 6 of the purple space guys just to make sure I had torsos, because I wasn't sure if the torso would ever end up being available. And so whenever I get the air takes and the helmets, I'll be able to make at least 5 purple ones. So
Yeah, and
You
you
can
still
still-
can get the printed stuff from the Explorer. It's still on there, so get those, and they're not terrible expensive.
that's good.
I mean, they're 25 or 50 cents, crazy like that, but to get a couple of them is not bad. So
Oh, so they're like Chinese New Year printed tile prices?
I guess I don't know.
No, the Chinese New Year, each printed tile is 50 cents. It doesn't matter if it's a 2x4 or 1x2. And every single time I look at those, I'm like, that's so much money for just a little printed piece.
I think these were 50 cents. I'm almost, or maybe they were 75. I'm not sure. I know the computer prints I think were 25 cents, which is not terrible, but
It's not good either, though.
no, it's not good either. But yeah, we're hoping it's a VIP and not a GWP, but we're not sure. So
Historically, all those bags have been VIP bags, so I would assume that's still the trend.
and it's about $50. Use your VIP points or VIP membership
No,
to get it or something.
No, you spend $50 US and it gets thrown into your box if you're a VIP member. It gets thrown into your order for free.
Gotcha. That means it's $50 a helmet. I get it. It's
$50 for at least 2 in the pack, because there was a second one. You could see a second one in the picture that was turned upside down at the very top of the picture.
$25 a helmet.
Well,
Economical.
if you just order a whole bunch of those space printouts on Bricks and Pieces, you'll get to $50 real quick.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Omi, we're well past an hour here. We good chat tonight. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Jeff, good to have you here with us, and thanks for popping in.
Sure.
Oh, we woke him up.
No, I'm here. I'm just, no.
That's what the camera being off. I mean, he could be taking a siesta. Could be Captain Xavier all over again, sleeping on the couch on camera.
I had a moon pie during the show, so
That needs to be a GIF for us the next time Xavier comes on. It's just someone needs to go back and do a screen grab when he was sleeping on the couch. That was amazing. But I don't know what episode that was, so you have to go through a whole bunch of them.
I remember when Jeff had COVID and he kind of passed out on the show, but that was
Yeah, that was a good time.
it was a good time.
That
All
would
right.
be like picking on the injured or something, like that.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine. All right. Well, we need to run. Everybody, thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for being our friends, hanging out with us. Be awesome, build awesome, be kind to your neighbor. Good night.